Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the fifth-year quarterback, Jameis Winston, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as they square off with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense here set to take over with Russell Wilson leading the way. Wilson, a Pro Bowler 5 times in his 7 NFL seasons, including last year, when he threw for a career-high 35 touchdowns to just 7 interceptions.
Mike, 45. Yeah, you don't want none.
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
A carry now for McKissick. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop. And here's the starting offensive unit for Seattle.
An offensive line play is not something that comes to mind readily, but it's always a big key in a ball game. And already these guys, they're getting it done up front, as we've seen this rushing attack have some early success.
On second down, here's Penny. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. And a nice run there, going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 40-yard line. Well, look now at our starting defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve, because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. Got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ziggy Ansah, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Andre Ellington, his first carry. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And a peek now at the offense for Tampa Bay.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Here's Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay.
A gain of 16 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, Ellington. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, Winston. And that will be incomplete.
Winston's pass intended for Scott Miller. Incomplete.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call them productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That penalty against DJ Fluker, the behemoth out of Alabama. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Penny. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now it's Wilson. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Roughing the passer, defense.
They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent.
And he's across the chalk, into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off by a Rashad Penny touchdown run. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Ellington. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jameis to throw it. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
We often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Jaron Brown, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's McKissick. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Intended for J.D. McKissick.
So drive one, they had the field goal. Drive two, touchdown. And now here on drive three, looks like they're going to have to punt.
At least they were finally able to reverse the trend, because giving up the field goal, then the touchdown, it's almost like they finally got to the offensive side of the ball and said, okay, we've got the system to shut you down.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. But it'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. This is Allington. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Al Woods on the tackle. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
He was brought down by Levante David.
Mike, 45.
Brings up 3rd down.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Seahawks 10. Buccaneers nothing.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Man left. Even. 4 down. Even.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Here's Allington. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Winston. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. They go play action now. Wilson. It's complete to Jerron Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Tyler Lockett. Incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. We remind you that coming up later tonight, we've got a good AFC battle in Baltimore. The Super Bowl champs, New England, in town to take on the Ravens. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, the Cowboys and the Giants from MetLife Stadium to wrap up this first weekend in November. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Off the play fake, Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cassius Marsh coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now it's Lockett. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for Ed Dixon. Incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 29-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Draw play, Winston to Jones. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Jaron Reed on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On the delay, Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
On the pickup brings up second and 2.
Play action now, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game planned for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
It's a gain of 38 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
From the gun, Winston. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Jameis again. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Gay's kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
1st down, Buccaneers.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check. Lucky.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
And to give this time to the tailback. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Winston. That's caught by Howard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A 1st down throw for Winston. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10. Play fake. Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Second and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll go again to Jones. And fights through one man. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. Now whistles here before the snap.
Offense.
Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Jameis to throw it. He completes it to Evans. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. On 1st down, Wilson. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Wilson. Now he's going to go deep down the left. He's got a man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now it's Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Penny, a 1st down carry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off by a Rashad Penny touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Levante David in on the tackle. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Intended for Ed Dixon. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One man in the backfield. That's Jones. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll get it up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. One back in the game. That's Jones. Second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Throwing. Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has, and that offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Again, it's Penny. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Wilson completes it to Dixon. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. They'll run with McKissick. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Working out of the gun, Winston. It's caught, Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And Brate, the tight end's got it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, it's Winston. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Jameis again. That's complete to his running back, Wilson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up and run support.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Now Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Rashad Penny. An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
A carry now for McKissick. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 5.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Open man, it's Bennett. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, here's Penny. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Looking to throw again on second down. Winston drops it to Jones in the flat. Call it a gain of 3. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Jameis to throw it. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Now Winston. It's been all passing all the time. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going?
And Winston lost the football. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 3rd and goal. Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as they'll go for it on 4th and goal. To throw, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Now it's Penny. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, it's Penny. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Seahawks, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.